Hi guys, so today we're going to start your project for your op art color wheel, and this is what your finished project is going to look like, but today we're just going to start by drawing the outline. Okay, so this is one I've already started, and I'm going to start with you from the beginning. Okay, so let's start by, on the back of your paper, I just want you to write your name. Please write it small so that if we have to start over and turn your paper over, you have another space to work on because we are not giving you another piece of paper. You will also need a pencil and your ruler. Okay? So go ahead and write your name, and then you can turn your paper over. All right? So like we discussed in the video about op art requires some math skills, so we're going to use a little bit of math today. Okay? The color wheel, which we are creating, has 12 colors. Okay? The color wheel has 12 colors. So we need to make sure that when we're creating our color wheel and we're creating all 12 of these colors, that we create pretty equal spaces for each color, right? Well, how do we do that? First, we're going to find the perimeter. The perimeter of our paper. Sorry, it keeps unfocusing on me there, doesn't it? We're going to find the perimeter of our paper. Okay? And we do this by measuring the length, measuring the height, and then adding that together. Okay? So I want you to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so the length of our paper is 18 inches times 2 because we have the bottom and the top, so 18 plus 18, plus the height of our paper is 12 inches plus 12 inches. So I need you to figure out what that will be. If you got 60, you are correct. So our paper's perimeter is 60 inches, and we need to have 12 equal spaces for that. So we're going to take 60 divided by 12 to find out how big each area should be. So tell me, what is 60 divided by 12? If you said 5, you're right, okay? So each area for our colors needs to be about 5 inches. That way we get a nice even color wheel when we're creating this, all right? So let's keep that in mind as we start our project, okay? All right, so I'm gonna leave my paper horizontal right now so that you guys can see it. Go ahead and turn your papers horizontal as well so that you can follow along with me. The first thing I want you to do is to draw a dot in the middle of your paper. It doesn't need to be super big, it just needs to be something you can see. It also does not have to be perfect, so please don't feel like you have to make it absolutely perfect, all right? Second thing we're going to do is you're going to set your ruler at the edge of your paper, okay? And if you remember, we said each section needs to be 5 inches. Sorry guys, it keeps unfocusing on me, all right? So I'm going to go to 5 inches, and I'm going to make a little mark, okay? So that's where my first section will be, 5 inches, okay? Then I'm going to go another 5 inches, so I'm going to go to 10 inches, and I'm going to make another little mark. All right? So what I did is I set my ruler at the edge of my paper. I made a little mark at 5 inches. Then I made a little mark at 10 inches. Okay? Mr. O is going to pause the video right here for just a second. He's going to walk around and make sure that that makes sense to everybody. But I would appreciate if those of you who are grasping this concept really quickly could look around and help anybody at your table that might need help. Okay, when you're done, you're going to slide your ruler down. So now we're back at 0. but we're starting at that last mark that we made, okay? And we're going to go 5 more inches, and you're going to make a mark, okay? Now, we run into a dilemma because, look, we only have 3 more inches now. So what do? Well, 3 more inches this way, and we turn our ruler, so now we're at 0 on this side, and we add 2 more inches because 3 plus 2 is 5. So now we're going to go up to 2 inches and make a mark, okay? So you should have a mark at 5 inches, 10 inches, then we started over again, 5 more inches, 3 inches, and then we went up to 2. Mr. O is going to pause the video again, walk around, and make sure that everyone is on track and everyone has their measurements and little marks where they should be. Okay, when you're ready to move on, we're going to start at the 2 inches and we're going to add 5. So we're going to go to 7 inches and we're going to make a mark. Then we're going to go 5 more inches, which is at 12. Oh, so our next mark is directly in the corner. Okay? So you had one mark at 2 inches, you had one mark at 7 inches, and you had one mark in the corner. Mr. O is going to pause the video right now, and he's going to come around and check and help anyone that needs help. Okay? When you are done, we're going to start at the top of our page and we're going to start over again. So we're going to start with 0 right here. We're going to go to 5 inches. We're going to make a mark. Then we're going to go 5 more inches to 10 and we're going to make a mark. Okay, so we started with 0 in the corner. We moved and we went to 5 inches and we made a mark. Then we went to 5 more inches, so we're at 10 inches and we made a mark. Then I'm going to slide my ruler down, so we're back at 0. 5 more inches, make a mark. Take a moment to make sure you have all that. Mr. O, if you need to pause at this point, you can certainly pause if you need to. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side, where we only have 3 inches left. So we have to turn our ruler over. And we have to go 2 more inches and make a mark at 2 inches. 2 inches, and we're going to go 5 more inches to 7 inches. And then we're going to go 5 more inches all the way to the corner. Okay, so on this row, sorry, it keeps unfocusing on me. There we go. You are making a little mark at 2 inches, 7 inches, and in the corner at 12. Okay? Now, what we need to do next is we need to connect every mark with the center dot. So you're going to use your ruler and you're going to connect every mark with your center dot. Yes, these need to be nice straight lines. Yes, they have to connect to your center dot, meaning they all have to go to exactly the same point or it's going to look really funky on your paper. Okay? So I'm going to do this really quickly, and then I'm going to have Mr. O pause the video and give you time to do this. Okay, so you're going to connect each of those marks to the center dot. I'm now going to number my paper. Please do not do this. This is just for your help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You should have 12 spaces. I just want you to count yours. If you do not have 12, you have done something wrong. Okay, so now Mr. O is going to pause this video and give you some time to draw all your lines and to count and make sure you have exactly 12 spaces. Okay, now we're going to add the lines that are going to create our optical illusion. So just pretend like these numbers aren't here. I'm going to work around them. I want you to take your ruler and find any line. It doesn't matter which one, doesn't matter at all. And you're going to make a little mark at every inch going down that line. Once again, it doesn't matter which line you pick, okay? Can you see my little marks down the line here? All right, and I am going to actually try and erase these two numbers just so that I can show you what we're doing. All right, so we are going to create either some really down lines like this, like a sad face, or we're going to create some really emphasized lines this way, like a happy face. Okay, we want to stay away from like the irritated face look, and I'll show you what that means in just a second. Okay, we're going to start with lines that raise up. So I'm going to start at my first mark, and you're going to raise up and go like that and make like a hill or like a rainbow shape. Okay, next one on your second one, up. This is what I don't want to see. I don't want to see this. Can't even see it. I tried to draw light so I didn't have to erase. Okay, I don't want to see any of that. All right. Okay, so you're going to continue going up on each of your little marks, and you want them to try and be even. You want them to be raised. You don't want any flat lines. Okay, and then Mr. O is going to pause the video, and he's going to come around and look and make sure that we actually have up lines instead of ones that are flat. Okay, so he's going to pause right now and come check. All right, then on the next section, the one next to it, you're going to start where your line finished, and you're going to go down. So now you're making like a smiley face, okay? You're going to start at the next one that's connected and go down. Do you notice how they're connected? They should touch. I shouldn't draw one right here. That doesn't connect to anything, okay? They have to connect to the one in this spot before them. All right, so this one I'm going to go down, down, down. Oh, what happens here? Well, I just ran off the page, so I'm going to pretend like I can keep going, and I'm just going to keep filling it in. See how I just kind of pretended like that my paper was there? All right, so the first one went up, the second one went down. Mr. O is now going to pause, and he's going to come around and make sure that you connected all of your lines and that you have the correct up and down. All right, so now our goal for today is to finish this drawing. So you're going to continue these up and down lines all across your paper. Now, here's the number one thing I run into with students is they want to get it done fast and their lines become flat, and then that takes away a lot of the illusion. If you rush and all of your lines start looking like this, your project is going to look nasty and you're going to have to start over, okay? So if I went down on this one, then my next section is up, up. I recommend just finishing one section at a time. Up, 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 and then I can even add an extra one down here, okay, which means my next section is down, 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 down. Then the next one is up, up. Now, I'm going fast. I've done this project close to 100 times, so if you have not, you need to slow down and take your time a little bit more than I am, okay? The next one's down, 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 down. The next one is up. Make sure you're really getting those curves. Up, up. Okay, next one is down. All right, and so on. Do you see how it's starting to create like this wavy effect that's going to create that optical illusion? Okay, it's super important that your lines are really emphasized up and down. Okay, this one's down, down, down. Now, once again, I don't expect you to be anywhere near this fast. I've done this so many times. And you really need to take your time and make it look as nice as you can. You have the whole rest of the class period today to get this exactly how you want it. All right, so I'm done. All right. When you think you're done for today, you need to have Mr. O check it, make sure it looks good, and then he will tell you what task you need to complete today. All right? We will move on to the next part tomorrow.